Okay. It's time for Crimson Needle. Alright. Should be good. Hey, Gaff. Thank you for the good luck. I suppose we should take a gander at the save again. Aw, dude. My spacing was really weird. Okay. What a start, hello. Unfortunate start dying to that section, number 12, but damn, what a fucking start to a session, just instantly getting that far. It's fucked up that getting to the 1/3 mark is like a fucking awesome attempt, but... Hello, Skull. You know, sometimes you just take what you can get. So last time I didn't stream for a few days, it was because I was feeling bad. This time I didn't stream for a few days because, you know? I do actually want to stream this on a consistent basis because I do want to get this done. And like, I literally want to play it, but yeah. I think I'll start streaming it consistently now on though. So ideally today, we PB. Big plans, yeah. I'm just concerned because, like, yesterday we played for 3 hours, like hours 4 to 7 of the grind, and we were pretty good, but our PB only went from a 20 to a 22. Which is a pretty small jump. But like a 22 is like getting there. Like if we get to the next section, then think about it like that. Like there will only be like 10 more sections after the next section. If we beat 22, then we will have been 2/3 of the way through. Which is pretty awesome. Just don't know how long it'll take to get that kind of run going, you know? Like, to get a run that's that good, you would really need to lock in. And then, like, what's fucked up is, like, even if you get a run that far, like, dude, there's still the unimaginable horrors of the unknown, including, like, some of the hardest sections in the whole save for me are beyond the 2/3 mark. I'm really scared what they did for 7 Trials. Like, one thing that you could do is you could just make the first jump a corner. Like, that wouldn't even be unreasonable. That's a totally valid change to make. Just make it one of those, like, setup corners. I can see that being the case, because that jumps in 99 of original CN2. So it'd be kind of like a callback. Stop hitting that thing. Like, there's probably a trigger, but I don't know what a trigger would do there, because, like, it's pretty hard to go backwards in that room because the sideways, or the rearrange invert thing. Don't know how to explain it, but, like, the 2 inverted spikes that are, like, you know. That you, like, have to fit between, and then jump out. Like, going downwards to that would be really annoying. I would not feel comfortable doing that so late in the hard save. Really, that was too slow. Could make the last jump a ledge. I don't know. Like, that's my only ideas, because, like, every buff so far has been, like, pretty inventive, so, like, the only ideas I have are, like, simple shit, like, make the start a corner, make the end a ledge, you know? Things that would definitely make it harder. And would, like, fit difficulty-wise. Really? That's what I died to. Happens to the best of us. So far a def to 2 and to 12 and 13 is kind of unfortunate, but happens. You know how it is. So what's after this? After CN 2.5? I don't know. A lot of things. There's a lot of games I want to play. Oh, come on. 2 defs at 13 in a row. Hey, Jafaga. Thank you for the good luck. Dying to 13 is already pretty bad, but twice in a row is like, bro. Oh my god. That second death has never happened before. I don't even know how I died, honestly. Because it's like a jump that like I've just accepted, like, okay, you just don't die to that. But first time for everything. Or, it's not a big deal. Mostly just unfortunate, because it's like, bro, if I'm getting 13s, I want to get 14s. Nerfed does not mean easy. Sometimes I wonder, like, is this really that hard? But then I remember, like, there's stuff like Chaotic Bite Consistency Test on, like, Needle Hall of Fame. And, like, the average difficulty of that seems quite a bit easier than the average difficulty of this. So I think I'm justified in thinking it's so hard. I'll definitely ask, like, other people what they think of this, like, at a glance. Because I'm curious how hard other people would assume it to be. Maybe it's another really long save scenario, and other people will beat it in like 15 minutes. This was like 95 difficulty. So far it's only 94. 3 deaths to 13 in a row? Oh my god, dude, you're killing me. Oh my god, come on. I think I literally just should have doubled my death count on that screen in like 5 minutes. Oh my god. That's rough. That is a hard pill to swallow. It's one of the easiest sections. It really sucks to die on that much. Rainbow time? I'd rather not do rainbow time on stuff like this. I'll do it for like 5 seconds. There you go. Is this the session for stupid deaths or something? Fucked up because I think you naturally get the battle line for that diagonal. Alright, we're gonna get 4 deaths this in a row. There we go. Oh, really? That hit me. Damn. Not the most expected death, but... I mean, it's very clear that I've gotten better at the early parts of the save. A lot of this feels quite natural. Damn. Like, it's funny how accustomed you get to just, like, doing this after you've done it hundreds of times. It genuinely does flow really well. Like, in spite of the high difficulty, it's like, it does feel like you kind of just go through the jumps. It's just like the margin for error on everything is so tiny. And the movements are so complex at times that it's like, it can genuinely be hard to, like, control the kid through what is expected of you. You need so much precision in situations that are, like, pretty hard to get that precision in. Makes for a really mean save. Wow, that worked. Usually when I press right that late, it does not work. Stop turning around too slow on the downward sphincter. Whoops. Yup, missed the trigger. Lots of deaths to not quite getting the height needed to touch something. I've noticed that I've been dying a lot to jumping too high there, which is kind of funny. Because usually I jump too high in the double jump and the first jump is fine, but today I've definitely died a lot to the first jump. I grabbed the water, but I jumped so high that it was like, it's really hard to react to that. There's like, you can survive that jump a lot, but it's really hard. Oh man. This really is the last thing I expected of this game. Nope. Felt like a rock. I really am just curious, like, what inspired this? It really does feel like it was wrought about by, well, I don't even know. I mean, like, I had the impression at first that, like, oh, it's like a funny, jokey thing that Kale probably made. But now I'm not so sure. Because, like, I don't know. This is a lot to commit to for a bit, you know? Doing this after the Goldens was definitely the right choice, in my opinion. Like, on top of the save being cooler, because it's golden, there's also just kind of a vibe to it that I can't explain. Like, it's really cool to me, like, the prospect of, like, this is, like, kind of the answer to the player who has done the rest of New Game Plus. Like, you have put in so much effort into this. You have, you know, you're so skilled that you can beat difficult stages that some people spend hours on in completely deathless, you know? You're doing buffed versions of hard bosses, hard-ass needle saves, based on stages. You're good at, like, every aspect, you know? Okay. Cool. This is the answer to you. This is the answer to the player who can do it all. Thank you. Yeah, the challenge. Do not abbreviate that, it's very dangerous. Kevious. I can't lie. Oh. I cannot lie. This appeals to me on like a deep level. Not really on a deep level. I just really like buffed versions of things. Like, genuinely. It's one of my favorite things. Like, fucking make something harder by actually changing the gameplay and you've won my heart. Like, I think it's so cool. Stuff like this. I mean, that's like part of the appeal when I was getting into like Kaizo and Mario 64 was like a lot of like the big hacks at the time. Or from like olden times. Olden times, that sounds funny. But you know. In the beginning, there were a lot of hacks that like the premise was like, oh, I took this random hack. I took this random hack and you know I made it harder. To me, that kind of thing is like really cool. I really like it. It's true, Lemon. Well, Super Mario 74 Extreme Edition was like the thing that kind of started Kaizo hacks. Because Kaizo Mario 64 is not really considered like a Kaizo hack, really. In the traditional sense, at least. It's like that, and then inspired by that, Bro Dude made Super Mario, or not Super Mario, he made Star Revenge 2 Night of Doom, based on Star Revenge 1, redone, specifically. As well as some unused levels. The story of Night of Doom is kind of funny because, like, the way it came to fruition was, like, Brodu was working on Star Revenge 2, right? But then he just kind of decided, like, through the development process, like, fuck this, I'm scrapping the game that I'm working on, and instead I'm just gonna make something like Super Mario 64 Extreme Edition. And that ended up being the official second entry of the series. So now Star Revenge is a series where there are like 20 entries. 2 of them are light Kaizo hacks, and 1 of them is just way harder than the others. Dude, stop missing the trigger. I keep missing that damn thing. Oh my god, stop missing it! Please! Do me a favor and please stop missing that fucking thing. Thank you. And I did that in this kind of silly way. I pressed right early enough, but I guess the V-string kind of lined up badly because usually bonking just gets you over the spike there. How are they gonna buff the drop, by the way? Like the Blow Game 2 drop. Because that jump is literally just a drop. Gravity flippers, oh my god. I hate that that's realistic. Use double jump, flip, flip again, fall, D-jump. Yeah. I'm scared of gravity flippers in this game, though, because they could be the special kind of gravity flipper. Dude, please hit the trigger. The one that doesn't refresh your double jump. And then, like, if the save does use gravity flippers, then we may have to gamble on which kind it is if it's not obvious. Having a hard time hitting these damn triggers today. What? Oh, dude, really? I hit left right too early? Come on. That, like, never happens. Oh, what? Okay, now that's 2 deaths in a row because I failed to jump over the single spike there. What is happening? Because I noticed that the first time, like, that's weird, I died to the single spike, but whatever, that's one of those deaths that's bound to happen eventually. But now it's 2 in a row. That's... Hi, Hughes. Thanks for the raid. Like, that's the point where I get kind of weirded out. Like, 2 in a row to jumping over a single spike, like, whatever. I guess I'll check my height before then. I guess I don't have the muscle memory of a gate jump. Thank you for the good luck. It is appreciated. Like, both my deaths there today have not been any of the various hard things in that section, but instead, a nerfed gate jump. Wonderful, Mabel. First to the checkpoint today, or not the checkpoint, but you know the thing. The object of religious import. What the? Oh god. Okay, it's not that much worse. Oh god. Oh no. Okay. No, I missed the thing. Dude. Oh, 24. 24. 24. Oh my god, that dropped, dude. Holy shit. Okay. I lost them both on 24. Dude, that Venus section is scary. I think it's like barely buffed, too. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Okay, well, PB. Cross the 2/3 mark. Dude, that jump is so hard. Might make that in J-Tool later. Not right now, though. I mean, I see how to do it, obviously. It's just, man, that's rough. Hey, Mr. Fox, it is. It's very hard. Yeah, this is a really cool save. I've been having a lot of fun playing this. Alright, so now we gotta figure out how to get past that part. Oh my god, dude. That is such a fucked up jump. Yeah, it does. That's how the normal thing works, is like every time you reach a new section it'll be revealed, and then you can see it. Which means that there's a little bit of horror where you do not know what's coming until you get there in an attempt, which means that you get to have your first reactions on your PB. That's unfortunate. I'm having a lot of fun grabbing shit today. I keep turning around like 1 or 2 frames early. It even happened to me on the PB there. I missed the trigger by turning around too early. I'm glad Kale is encouraging me. I forgot to wish Toho a happy birthday. Yeah, so the way the save works, so basically, in CN 2.5, there's floor 100. Floor 100 is like the end of the game, of the any percent of the game, which is like the first part of the game. It's basically the prologue to the game. It combines sections from like every single floor. Or not every single floor, from every single tile set. So like I can even show it. Because it doesn't take too long to show. It looks like this. You can see how it's much easier. So when you beat the main game, when you get ending 3, you unlock a thing. What's it called? Fucking oh, New Game Plus. There you go. And New Game Plus contains challenges for a bunch of stuff. It has like golden berries, or golden cherries rather, not golden berries. Cherries are like berries though. Where you just have to do like whole tile sets deathless, and also has challenges where you do go through the guest stages and have to do some challenge with them, you know. Less saves, harder jumps, harder bosses, stuff like that. My muscle memory was too powerful. If you do all 32 of those challenges, then you unlock floor 100 plus, which is floor 100 if it was made by an evil person. You can see how much harder it is just by looking at this. Like, everything is significantly harder. So yeah. I'm the first person to reach this far because out of the very few people who have beaten the main game because it's so long, very few of them have even touched New Game Plus because it's hard or something. And out of the few who have, they've usually only do like one challenge and then stop. I'm like the only person who's really committed to it and gone all the way, and my reward to it has been plentiful. Or my reward from it has been plentiful. Because the save is fucking hard. And it's taken a while. Yeah, it's awesome. This game's massive if you haven't seen it. I mean, I think you've actually been in some of my streams, but... this game is absolutely fucking monstrous. It's like, what if video games were big, and then that's CN 2.5, basically. I mean, you can see it by the time. I have 119.5 hours in this file. I have 70 hours in my first file, and on the replay where I'm gonna get the true ending, I have 12 hours. And it's not even done. It's not even done replaying stuff, it still has more to do. It's such a cool game, though. It's definitely the coolest fan game I've ever played. Like, okay, like... yeah. Keep in mind on the replay you can skip content because New Game Plus. You can skip some of the longest guest stages. Yeah, they're cool. There's like the aesthetically the same is like top notch. The borders between the rooms, the background doing its thing. Normally the background goes through the colors of the rainbow. Like it starts at red and then it goes down everything until the end when it reaches red again. In normal Floor 100. In this version of Floor 100, the background is purple. An ominous shade of purple reminding you that this save is royalty. And it is also toxic. You have to hit the trigger, man. It's easily one of the most like cool like set pieces, I guess, any fan game is like this Floor 100. Like, I don't know. It feels like the natural conclusion of what like CN3 was doing with Floor 100 and what so many games have like emulated, you know? Because like it's pretty hard to make an actually like interesting Floor 100, I feel. One that like fits like, you know, the weight that something like that would hold. Camden Needle 2 kind of cheats because Floor 100 isn't the last thing in the game. There's a boss afterwards. Been done that a lot today, I keep jumping too early. Yeah. So CN3 had the idea of like, okay, well, making a Floor 100 is hard, so instead of making an original one, I'll compile my favorite jumps throughout the game. And that's a pretty big success. Floor 100 in CN3 is like one of the most popular things in that game. Like so many people rave about how cool it is. Floor 100 in this game is kind of the same story. You know? Compiles everything into one big journey. But, you know, more obviously taking the sections because it's actually using their tile sets. Compared to CN3 100, where it doesn't do that. Yeah, it's a very cool idea. I just like it a lot. In general, like the ending to like every section of the game is really cool. Chapter 1 has, you know, the nerfed version of this. Chapter 2 has the final boss. Which, like, that final boss is so fucking good, man, genuinely. I, like, can't believe how much they cooked with that thing. And then, you know, the final needle save. No, I keep missing triggers today. It's actually being a big issue for me. I keep fucking missing triggers. That's really funny. Yeah. The chapter 3 ending is also really good. Fucking gimmicky gauntlet. It's like, it's kind of like a more subtle version of this. Like, you're running through tile sets from throughout the game, but you're also combining different gimmicks and stuff, and like making a big melting pot of them. That all culminates in like one final climb. Like, that's awesome. I like how the paintings before the final save are also like all referenced in the credits, or at least some of them. Congrats. Looked really interesting. I am glad you've beaten. Oh, really? Nice. That's cool. I didn't realize it was that hard. That is quite cool. Interesting. Difficulty scales are funny. Because, like, fan game difficulty scales are kind of confusing, because, like, you know, they slow down a lot when you get to 100. Yeah, out of 100 is, like, a hard scale to use. Yeah, that's what the Mario 64 ROM hack community did. Because, like, we have different tiers for, like, the stars marked by, like, iconic stars that are, like, you know. Well known. Yeah. The tiers there also got rather intense as they went higher, though. Because, you know, if you're making a tier-based system, the thing is, like, at higher difficulties, the things need to be really far apart to mark just how like difficult they are, you know? Like, you can't really use any system that's linear, because like the difficulty difference between like, you know, like a two top level accomplishments is probably gonna be bigger than the difficulty difference between two bottom, like very like beginner accomplishments, you know? Like, one of them is definitely gonna take a lot more effort. So you can't really use any kind of linear scale when comparing difficulty. You have to accommodate for the relative difficulty of everything, of what's like a big gap, you know? Because, like, you know, a 10-hour difference is a lot, but if we're talking like 50 hours versus 60 hours, that could be in like the same difficulty bracket, you know? Very realistically. So every difficulty system kind of ends up with, like, the higher you go, the more absurd it gets. And Mario 64 was definitely like that, you know? Because there was a point when it's like, I would differentiate between, like, 0.05 to, like, indicate, like, this is slightly harder, but, you know, they're in, like, the same group. The tier system in that is like unlimited. It goes from okay, it's made for Kaizo, so like at some point when talking about like other stuff, people were like, okay, well, to refer to like vanilla Mario 64, that's like a tier -25, which is silly. Because, you know, it was made for Kaizo, where like tier 0 would be around like light Kaizo, you know? And like tier 1 onwards is like actual Kaizo. In terms of difficulty, at least. It does go hard. pretty widely adopted in that community. Unfortunately, I kind of had an issue where, like, at some point, I was so consistent at Mario 64 Kaizo gameplay that anything below, like, the 6th tier felt pretty much the same to me. Yeah. And, like, I think that happens in most communities, but I got it the most there because that's the game I got the best at. Damn. Aw, dude. I can jump later there. I should definitely do that because, yeah. That's hard to hit. Yeah, that's really cool. Seems like my deaths always come in pairs. I've only had one attempt at the checkpoint that actually died in 2 different sections. Actually, no, I've had a few, never mind. Yeah, it's quite jarring when you first get there, but... It's pretty rare to see it, but when you see it, there's like a really cool moment at the end of Chapter 3, where like you know about that gimmick from regular Floor 100. So like you get to the end of Chapter 3, and there's a save that's like a really tall tower, and like halfway through it, it shows up again. And like that feeling, it's really hard to explain how that feels. But like seeing that thing again after so long is honestly really fucking cool. Like it's a really awesome feeling. And it makes that sequence feel more grandiose, which is fucked up because that's the second to last save of Chapter 3. It's not even the last one. Oh shit. Yeah, one of the biggest fears of this save was like, is that going to be a thing in this one? Because it's so much harder. Last part of Chapter 3? It's when you go in the church. If you didn't see the church, then whoops. The church, obviously. Yeah, I mean, the whole goal of Chapter 3 is that you need to find enlightenment. You need to, like, prove your faith in God. And after proving your faith in God, you become, like, holy. And then once you're holy, you can enter the church. And entering the church causes you to reach the top of a big tower, which, I don't know, causes the kid to make some realization, which allows them to ascend into heaven with their dog. Which allows them to be reborn. I think that's what happened. Yeah. This game is basically about an Augie. That's all you gotta know. The Augie is dead. Yeah. It's a game about beating demons up and saving your dead dog. Whoops. Whoops. Oh man. It's a hard save. Hard needle saves are always interesting to play through, I feel. Because there's so much, like... I don't know. It's like an interesting kind of grind to me. This one especially. Because the thing with needle saves is that at like the top level, needle saves are such like a premeditated grind. Like, you look at the save, you look at the jumps, you make the jumps in JTool, you play through every jump to know the strategies, you know what you're doing for them, and then, like, you play through it and, like, you try to see what you can do at that point. And that's, like, how a lot of grinds go for a lot of games, is, like, you know, that's how Mario 64 grinding was. It's like, you know... that process of like practice everything, then go through. But like, you don't really get like this kind of experience of a platforming save too often, where it's like, okay, you know, you're you don't know what's coming up. You don't like you don't really have the jumps too well practiced because, you know, I mean, I guess you could, but a lot of them would be kind of difficult to practice because of the nature of them. Harder than the average save. And you just have to, you know, adapt to everything that shows up and play really well and consistently for a long-ass time. And then maybe you can beat the save. Like, it feels more like an avoidance grind to me than a needle one, but it's definitely a needle grind. It just has like the same flow. Oh, come on. No, I missed the thing. Dude, that fucking room, that's so rough. It's so hard to grab that damn thing. Okay. Unfortunately, I lost a life there. Yeah, pretty much. Like, avoidances don't play like this, per se, obviously. But, like, you know, the feeling of the progress that you make. It's kind of avoidance-like. And, like, the way you see your consistency improve, I feel, you know? Because, like, consistency improving in Needle is kind of a funny thing, because, like, it does happen, but, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not the same as an avoidance, because, like, when you... I feel like when you get consistent at something in Needle, there's always, like, the underlying feeling that it's hard, whereas when you get good at something in avoidance and consistent at it, it doesn't feel hard anymore. Like, I would say that I've gotten consistent at the early parts of this save to some degree, but, like, in my head, they're still difficult. But I wouldn't feel that way about an avoidance. I would not play an avoidance and be like, oh, like, you know, what's an attack I got really consistent in avoidance? I'm just thinking of a good example. There's probably a lot. I was trying to think of something that, like, a lot of people know. I guess like Oustage is honestly the best example. Like Oustage is like when you start that avoidance, it feels so difficult. Like it just feels impossible to do anything. But the more you play it, the better you get at it. And the better you get at it, like there's a point, there's like a very distinct point in that avoidance where like attacks just don't feel hard anymore towards the start. Like there's an attack where there's like two circles shooting like a pattern at you while you have to dodge RNG from the top. And at the start of that avoidance, that attack is fucking impossible. It is so hard to read. But then you get good at it, and once you get good at it, it is just straight up not hard anymore. Oh, really? Oh shit. I felt it in my finger that I held the jump key too long. I was like, oh no, that's too high. Yeah. It's like the video game equivalent to like stubbing your toe, and there's like that brief period where you know you fucked up, but you don't quite feel the pain yet. But it's coming. Yeah. Oops. Hit the key too lightly. Yeah. Yeah. This is like a different kind of difficulty from that, because like there are a lot of Needle is kind of like that. Like any FTFA like is going to be like that. It's just like, you know, do the jump in a certain way and then hit all your frame windows. You know? This is like, it's more about just like flowing through. Yeah, like when you get good, when you get familiar with a game, you actually are kind of able to differentiate between like two different frames in a sense. Like you do really just like yeah, like I mean that's basically it. Like you can just like instantly tell like, you know, like how many frames early you were or late on something. In so many scenarios. Yeah. Dude, I've been dying to the gym so much today. That's the kind of thing that you get used to, you know? Because if you see it enough, then it's like you know what it looks like, so when it looks off, it's strange. and you can begin to tell. There was a kind of funny moment where I was talking about Mir, about MHC, because I was getting ready to like start playing the game, or I was playing the game, and we were talking about Pattern Hell. Well, like, you know, like how much Madeline moves, I'd imagine. Like, relatively. I see. Yeah. Celeste water mechanics are funny to me. They're very goofy. It's like even more control than fucking like Super Mario World. Which to me, Super Mario World is like the water physics in that game are like really cool to me because you can like you can hold up or down to do like a big swim or a small swim, and then nothing to do a normal swim. So like water levels in that game are like you have so much control. I haven't played much SMW, but like I've seen like Kaizo of it, and like water levels always enthrall me a bit. Cat Plane. I've actually never heard of that. Well, I feel like I have heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Sounds like a Flash game. Without the medium film. Fuck. Classic death. I've seen that one so many times before. I'm only now noticing that these two sections, like all these sections are kind of kissing each other. Like it's just one big conglomerate. It's an air vine, so I get to show. So the way air vines work, okay, let me just open this. Yeah, the floor 100 poly kill. Okay, so if you have a vine like this, normally most vines will be like this, and you interact with them as such. The thing is that the thing that's stopping you from going past the vine is the block. So if there's no block, this is an air vine. Holding right does this, jumping off the left side does this. It just kills your momentum because you hit the vine again. Jumping off the left vine does a normal vine jump. So that's what an air vine is. There's a few of them in this game. Yeah, they're awesome. They're kind of unconventional, but I see people use them more and more lately, and I hope more people continue to do that because I genuinely think it's an awesome, like, mechanic. Fucking SSR2, man. Oh my god. And dude, this section's so fucking hard. God damn. Of course it's hard. It's big number 20. It marks a 10th section. It must be difficult. It needs to assert dominance. It's like you're in the 20s now. Welcome to hell. Although the Sunspike section marks the beginning of the 10s, and that kind of asserted its dominance a little too hard and had to get nerfed. So... But the SSR2 section is like the right amount of fucked up. Oh shit, the save fell across 120 hours. Mushroom. Yep, on just this file, if you count my time across my first two files, it's 190 hours. If you include me replaying the game on the side, it's 202. The game is massive. I gotta remember to like jump like quite late on the SSR2 section, because if you jump too early, you just get eaten. And jump low on resistance, and then jump deep in the spike on number 22. It's just so many little things. Like that section, 20 to 22 is so hard. And then it doesn't even stop after that. 23 is like, that's so fucking easy to die to. It's definitely gonna happen a lot. And then 24 is so fucking nasty, dude. I really am curious of what's coming up next. Because number 25, I'm pretty sure, is the drop. Maybe I'll just check, hold on. Yeah, it is. Number 25 is the drop. The really big, scary drop that I'm really scared of. And then after that is just a few more sections. I think it's Connect, and then Want To, and then the card suits. After the card suits is the end game, sort of, for the save. I think I'm missing one. Unfortunate death, by the way. Happens a lot, though. It's like unfortunate in the sense of like, oh, I could have gotten to the halfway mark. It's not unfortunate as in like the death was bad. The death was what anyone would have expected. Oops. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's very clearly getting better for me. Like, I feel like I've gotten quite a bit better, like every day, but just because you're doing better doesn't mean that you're doing well relative to what the save expects of you. It's okay, because after Make the Novelty, right? The rest of the save is gonna be unchanged. I'm gonna clutch up, first try the rest. It'll be easy. Oops. Dude, if the rest was unchanged, dude, the nerves would be insane. Like, I've mentioned this, but at any point, if there's like an unchanged screen, that is so scary. Because now it's like, if you die, it's like, come on, dude, you know how to do this. Venus looks pretty close to the original, which is good. Venus did not need to be made harder. That thing is already kills me like fucking 50% of the time. Really missed the water. Whoops. Bonking there is like surprisingly pretty viable. I mean, it's not that surprising. But, you know. Oh my god. Just can't with that jump today? I don't know. I mean, it hasn't been that bad, all things considered, but I've definitely died to it a lot more than other sessions. No. Barely didn't touch the water. Dang it. Really? Oh, too high. Alright, got the Venus again. Pass 22 again. Nice, dude. That feels really good. Oops. Okay, that's really good. Is Venus even changed? I'm honestly not sure. I kind of want to check. Because it like looks exactly the same. Crimson Needle 2.5 floor 100. Yeah, it is. It is changed. Both jumps are buffed slightly. The movements are like the same, just like it's basically just crunched down the frame windows a bit. It's definitely the most similar to its original version, besides the cherry circles, which are the same. Really, the main difference with the cherry circles is that, like, the transition into them is harder. That's it. Typical. It is genuinely a joy to get past Needle Satan. That is such a nasty jump. That diagonal at the end is extra fucked up when you consider, like, if you, like, died like that and lost the Ankh, then you'd have to redo the fucking hard part still, because you didn't get past the section. Whatever, that's an interesting one. Weird. I wonder if this will be my new longest needle grind by the end of this. It's not even halfway there yet. EXM stage 4 took me so long. Really? Oh, yeah. Did him too early. What a lame one. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I guess if that happens, just fucking retreat. Like, just go back to your little bunker, try again, because clearly fishing for more vine grabs is not gonna work out too well. Almost got past SSR2, but unfortunately I was eaten by the evil SSR monster. Nope. Man. It is a difficult time. It's like every like as you get more consistent, it's like the horror kind of grows a little bit, because the more consistent you are, it's like the more you get to see how fucked up the middle and the later sections are of the save, and the more you experience that, the more scary it becomes knowing how much there is left. It's a really scary prospect. I'm so happy that the save at the start is golden if you've done all the goldens. I did have like one kind of silly idea. Like technically we would never know, but like, what if for this save each section was blocked off until you got the golden in the stage it's from? Like I don't. That's just something I thought of. Like so you can play it, but you'll get hard locked when there's something that you need the golden for. Motherfucker, both died to the 16 pixel. So two different ways, one died to the left spike and one died to the right spike. Good luck. That's true, that's true. What the fuck is your problem? Wow. Okay. I didn't even realize I was on the fucking table if it was a way to die. I thought if you double jumped, you're good. Jesus Christ, what's your problem, dude? Oh my god, I did not, like, in my head I didn't internalize that the jump was that tight, that, like, that could even happen. I mean, it makes sense, but that's fucked up, man. That's absolutely fucking twisted. Do you have to land on the left? Wait, can you? Oh, you can. I honestly didn't even realize that. Okay, that makes me want to actually look into that. Hold on. Okay, now I guess is the time when I build a jump in J-Tool. that gap. Which is honestly pretty twisted for a gap to use. This is slightly closer. Go then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like standard. Is it actually close? Yeah, it is. This is like slightly further away, and then this would be here. I think. No, they're closer than that. Wait, are they the same distance away? Yeah, I think they are. Okay. That is just kind of like a task drop type thing. Here. That doesn't look right. I can't tell if these are the fucking same distance apart. I think they are. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a half. Then it's like, oop. And then, oh wait, not like that. It's 5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a half. You go down 2 blocks, you go across. Go here. 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 There's one of you pointing here. You form this tower. All the way down. Wait, no, I said you wrong. You go there. That landing is like way more consistent than it looks, really, now. Did I build it right? I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure in this version I did. Only had ghosted, that would have been nicer, no? Oh yeah, I guess it is the same actually. Huh? Well, I don't know, yeah. I don't think there's a full 32 pixels of space in this. I think this is moved down by 8 pixels. That looks more accurate to me. There's one jump refresher here. There's one jump refresher like here, roughly, and there's one right here. Okay. So this is what the jump looks like. Something like this. Can you just go over? Like, is that possible? It is. I feel like that's a better approach, I'm not gonna lie. This landing is like... Dude, that landing is so scuffed. Like, if I don't one-frame that, then I just don't trust it. But that's also quite scuffed, isn't it? This does seem a bit better to me. You do need to cut the corner pretty tight. But like, it's very doable. I mean, if you're cutting it slowly, then you're probably dying anyways. Multiple frames to jump. It seems like jumping earlier is better than jumping later for this. That's like, you know, the bad case is like you turn around too slow and that happens. But generally it's pretty avoidable. Landing there is like, that is definitely harder. Yeah, going in that gap is not quite viable, because that is so easy for that to happen, and then it's like over, even with the 2-frame. You basically have to hit like the exact frame and 2-frame or less, which realistically means I'm 1-framing that, which is like frame perfect. Or canceling it, which is also dumb. So it's definitely more consistent to do this. And you're wall hugging this, and then you're just doing that. Okay. It's just hard. I'll save this J-map. Oh, really? Silly death. Second time it's happened, though. We are really just not locked in any capacity. Dude, that's just like such a fucking hard jump to put in, man. Like, no matter which way you slice it, that's a fucked up jump. I can't complain about it, though. Like, I have no issues with the jump, it's just really mean. Like, it's just really fucking hard and really deep. It's probably, it's like probably about as bad as like 22, honestly. Which is Needle Satan. Okay. That's pretty generous. Didn't even press the shift key. Nope, this is the same 400 plus. I'm pretty sure you've seen me on this. It's the buffed version of 400. It's the same one. It's just really fucking hard. Well, actually, I'm just about now coming up on 9 hours on this save. Give or take. It's about 9. Yeah, it's pretty hard. My difficulty estimate has changed a little bit from about ATK2 to probably harder than ATK2. It's quite hard. So true. Yeah. It would be kind of funny if there was that much game after this. That'd be pretty fucked up. We're not quite at Close the World Extra difficulty though, that's still like a ways away. But it's getting there. It depends how fucked up the really late sections are. Because like if the later sections are like kinda chill, then it's probably only like a little harder than ATK2. Not that bad. If it keeps up with the way it's been handling things, it could get up there. It could reach a 95 on my difficulty scale. Like if it gets harder than EXM stage in Camellia 3, that's like my cutoff for 95. Because I have that as like, that would be like 94.9. ATK2 is like 94.3. If that. It's definitely a 94, but I don't know. I don't actually write down decimals for any difficulty ratings. I just in my head have like ranked things. No, it keeps going. FTFA Deathless is 96. Ascend is 97. FTFA Deathless CT is a 98. If we're talking about strictly things that have been done. CT, consistency test, twice in a row. Lapla has done it. I have JGBC at a 96, but maybe one day I'll move that down. It feels so insanely hard to me still. Well, top needle players are pretty crazy. Like, I'm pretty good at needle, but I'm not even close to the best. To be fair, it's like that in avoidance too. No, really. Missed the damn water. To be fair, that's the hardest part of that section, is grabbing that water. Aww. Oh, and then the animation. Ah, shit. That was pretty bad. I could have been past 20 with the cross, but that jump is so fucking hard, man. I really gotta get better at that. I have gotten better at it, but it's still so difficult. I might make a J-map of that one too, just because of how much I died to it. Might do me some good. It lets you die once. You get it when you enter section 17 out of 33. You can die once, you go back to start a section. If you die again, back to the beginning. That's how it works. Yeah, it's only half. My PB is 24 out of 33. That death was 20 out of 33. We have not seen what's past 24 because it obstructs it from your view. So, whatever's past that, that'll be a matter for the future me to think about. All I know is what I've played. And you know, what floor 100 normally is before you buff the shit out of it. Thanks, Bootstrap. Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen today. That's why I try to press left before shift. Just find it more natural to walk into the diagonal. Nope. Look at all the purpleness happening in the background. They're all converging and stuff. When multiple of them converge, they make a big dark splotch. Look at that. Look at them go. That was a big one. I end up getting distracted by the background. It's not very fruitful for these attempts. I feel like they're like similar length, honestly. I don't know how long this is, like, when if you just breeze through everything. I think it's like 2 minutes. I don't know. It's definitely longer than most saves, though. And it doesn't help that it's very consistently hard. No, that makes it more fun. I'd rather grind a long save like this than like one where it's like really long save where half the difficulty is purple. What the fuck is your problem? What the fuck? Oh god. What does that trigger even do? I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even fucking know. Dude. PB! Okay. 25 out of 33. Oh, loan words. That's a section I can remember. Dude, that section's also gonna be scary. Dude. Okay, that doesn't seem that bad, actually. But, dude. That's so scary. So what does that what did that second trigger do though? Oh my god. I don't know if there's like a bug or something, but that second trigger did a whole nothing sandwich, so maybe that needs to be patched, but I'm assuming it's required. So I'll just grab it and try not to cheat if I miss it. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Maybe it does something in like the next section or something, I can see that being the case. $25 out of 33, huh? We're getting there. We are getting there. It helps that I'm getting better at everything. I'm so happy I didn't double die to Venus. Because when I died to Venus once, I'm like, dude, I know how this fucking story plays out. You die to Venus once, you die to Venus twice. That's how it always goes. So the fact that I actually got out of it, and PB'd afterwards, is fucking crazy. You know, I was like thinking, like, dude, it's gotta chill out eventually. Like, it's gotta get easier, and it really just never did. This save starts hard, and it ends hard, and the middle is hard. Like, just very hard. But hey, I'm happy we got a bigger PB jump than yesterday. Or not yesterday, last time. Last time was like 3 days ago. Because last time our PB went from 20 to 22. Now we've gone from 22 to 25. Which is quite a nice jump. I think if I get there again, I have a decent chance of getting past it, though. It didn't look too bad. I just had a bit of a misunderstanding of how exactly it was going to play out. But it looked pretty doable. It's just so intense, man. Like, the thing, you do not want to see 2 triggers that late in the save. Like, dude, come on. But at least it was pretty easy to intuit what they want you to do with them. Which, to be fair, goes for most triggers. Like, this one is pretty fucking obvious. Seems like for triggers, yeah, there are. There's quite a few of them. Some of them are pretty hard to react to. Like, if it does something like the Churach one again, I'm probably dying. Or, like, Section 4, for instance. Like, you can definitely guess what's going to happen, but it's not super easy to tell exactly what's going to happen. Dude, what if there's like an EXM stage moment where like we get to the end of what we get to what we think is the end and there's still more afterwards? I did have the absolutely horrible idea recently of how the ending of this could play out, and it's like the payoff to the fact that like in the 7 trial stage, 97 is 97, 98 is 98, but 99 is floor 100, so the payoff for that is at the end of floor 100 plus is all of 99 from CN2 at the very end of the save. That is like the most ridiculous idea I could come up with for the end of the save. And that would be pretty fucked up. That would be quite twisted. And I don't think they would do that. But it's technically not off the table. But it is very funny to think about. Oh god, that'd be terrible. It wouldn't be the worst room for that. It'd be better than 98, but the end of 100 plus is regular 100? Dude, I'm choking. I'm so bad. I would definitely choke. Relative to the difficulty of the rest of the save, it's definitely a bit of a choke. You have to do all floors again, but you get it on each screen? Oh my god, that's wicked! That is wicked! There's 65 and 73 in there. Those would be so hard! Oh, dude. What a heinous idea. It's okay, you accumulated ongs. Yup. Me when I have to do all of CN 2.5 any percent and fucking 100 deaths or less. Yup, I would win. Free, true. That is what the Goldens prepared me for. Dude, where are you guys coming from? If I die to this because I banned the bot, I'm going to be pissed. Okay. The bot gets off easy today. You just get a ban. You don't get a curse of your whole family. I've definitely gotten better at 14 and 15. 15 was like, 15 was such a huge drastic difference between day 1 and day 2. Day 2 is like, it felt so much easier for like a normal section. When like on day 1 it felt like one of the hardest. Nope. Just bashed my face against the spike. Nope. Bum, 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 bum. I've done that a lot today, man. That section in general. It's not popping off when I get there. It's not free, that's for sure. Not that anyone was really saying it was. Just maybe a little disturbed by how much I've died to it. I really can't believe I went through with all of New Game Plus, though. I'm just thinking about that. I really sat through all of it. It was definitely worth it. It was a lot of fun. Even if there was nothing after it. But there is very mild rewards, but rewards nonetheless that I can cherish. This is still such a fucking wicked reward. Like, yup, your reward for New Game Plus, the hardest thing in the game by far. I mean, even the Goldens I struggled on, like, they were hard, but they weren't, like, ridiculous. This, quite ridiculous. Kinda surprised I'm alive. I was not really giving alive vibes. Shit. Well, no point in being around the bush. Oh, come on. Kinda lame one. I did two easy things. It's bound to happen when you actually start getting attempts to there often. Is like, you're gonna have more attempts that just kinda die to silly shit. I mean, I've lost a life to the GR section before, which is pretty unfortunate. Whoops. Dun. Sorry about that. I could be going for a little bit, not a little bit, but like a decent bit longer. I don't have like the most energy today, partially because I woke up rather late. But I have enough energy to like, you know, put in like a good like 3 hours and then like be like, yep. Time for a break. I remember to highlight more VODs, so every VOD has been highlighted once again, hopefully. For some reason it highlighted day 16 of postgame twice, day 23 overall. So I deleted one of them, but I hope that didn't like delete both or something. It seemed like there was genuinely just 2 videos that were the same. And deleting one still left the other, so I would assume it's good now. I know there's just the 2 highlights. Can't seem to get past that one. That's a super fucked up jump. Dude, please get over the damn spike. I finally got past it. I took an interesting thing though, jumping too high on the balloon section. That, like, never happens. A rare death. Oh my god, dude, Charles too. I'm not only missing the trigger, but I'm then proceeding to miss the sphincter. It's like, dude, come on. These devs are trash, bro. Classic. I'm getting pretty good at that section, but like it's still super easy to die to. It is just so dang hard. To jump for hard people. The section afterwards is like for medium people. I don't even know what kind of person this section's for. This is the only one that's like for easy people, really. Also Archfoe is for easy people. I would say this one is too, but I've been struggling on it today. This one's definitely for hard people. Ah, double death to Venus. Yeah. It is what it is. That shit happens to me on the unbuffed version. So, yeah. The buff for the same death, too. Although that's usually the jump you fucking die to on that damn thing. It's so hard to get the right height, because it is lower than you think it is, but you can't go too low, or else you'll be in grave danger. What a hard section. Doesn't help that there's a hard jump after it, and then a really scary jump after that. All rats, as Arst would say. Not sure why I did that like that. That was very strange. There was really no need for all of that, but whatever. Oh, I jumped one frame late. Always a bit of a tragedy. I feel like when, as far as post-checkpoint stuff is concerned, the main things that are like scary are 20, 22, 23, 24 so far. Because those are all like executionally hard. But it's fucked up that there's 3 hard sections in a row. Again. Like, it's the first time that's happened. I mean, it happens all the time because, like, it's not like there's so many easy sections. Like, I would call the first 2 segments pretty easy. But to compensate, the next 2 are quite hard. Then Archfoe and Balloons are, like, pretty easy. But you can still die to Balloons and Shirach pretty realistically. It's just hard to call anything easy. everything is a threat to your attempt. Oh, dude. Monked early. Okay. Another double death of 24. Damn. It's just fucking hard. Fortunate it died like that. That was kind of a silly way to die, but happens. I tried. I stumped. Yeah, it's really hard. It gets quite intense. Thanks, good luck, Nora. Oh, nice. That's cool. Hope you have fun then. I wish I got more into Clone Hero. I'm kind of happy I didn't. Because basically, once the thing with Frith happened in Clone Hero, I basically kind of just lost interest in the community. Because, like, there weren't a lot of top players that I was really interested in. And I didn't really like the community that much. But the game itself is, like, pretty fun. It's very silly as far as rhythm games go, because the mechanics, but it's honestly fun to play casually. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you have fun with it. That's nice. Good job. I've never gotten into like any rhythm games, honestly. Clone Hero was definitely the closest I got to truly being into a rhythm game. But even then, I only played it for like a few months and then stopped. Oh, that's stupid. That's very stupid. Aw, oh, really? Oh, that's a bad death too. Okay, that's two kind of heartbreakers. At least they're on different segments. Whoopsies. Muscle music starts. Yeah, you downloaded some scuffed GH3 setlist. It's very strange. I don't remember where I got it from. Well, yeah, that's presumably where I got it from. At least I'd assume so. I think it might have, I don't know. I actually have no idea. It might have been a different spreadsheet that had like the original games. I see. Yeah. I could probably find the spreadsheet, I don't know. Good job. Yeah, it's not quite right. Yeah, I did do that on keyboard. It took me quite a while. Remember there were so many sections that were just so hard on keyboard? Yeah. Keybinds that I use? I think I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up and down for strumming, and then some other stuff for the other things. Most of my time spent was playing with an actual controller, though. I only played on keyboard for a little bit. I definitely never got good with keyboard. I mean, I didn't get good with controller either. Fuck. That's stupid. Classic. No, I didn't get a custom. I got a guitar off eBay. Which is where most people get them. There's like a surprising number of people selling old Guitar Hero guitars. Good luck. It does seem like it's making a bit of a resurgence in like the public consciousness. $130 is quite steep. The used stuff I found was like 20. Whoops. It was like 60, yeah. The keyboard I'm using now is smaller than my old one, so it would probably be better for Clone Hero. I feel like the main issue with keyboards, I feel, is that they're fucking big. And, you know, obviously not very ergonomic. Did they even hit the fucking vine? Oh shit. I missed the fucking jump. Damn it. I was hoping that next time I got there I'd get past it, but it's not free. It is not free. God. Well, that's another to 25. That's pretty good. You'll love to see it. That actually does make me feel really good. Might want to take that turn a little bit tighter. But but you know, it's risky. That was nice, though. That was nice. That was very nice. Got hidden in kind of unfortunate way on 20 and recovered all the way to a 25. Like, that's really good. Getting through 22, 23, and 24 deathless is, like, really fucking nice. Like, actually getting through that unscathed is, like, damn. That's a fucking hard stretch. Getting through 20 through 25, or 20 through 24 unscathed, though, that is like a different beast of an accomplishment. It's very hard to achieve. You have to be very goated. You have to operate on a level that few can operate on. I love saying stupid shit. Aw, oh, damn. Okay. 20 and 23. Not bad. I'm definitely getting that consistency. Yep. that is such a classic right there. That is the ultimate fucking classic. 2 deaths to fucking that, and they're both because you just don't hit the water. Oh my god. That is a classic, dude. Oh my god, that's so stupid. That's fucking hard, man, grabbing that water. Whoops. Down, 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 up, up. Whoa. Damn. That's a tough one. That can happen. Like grabbing the water, but a little bit too high, so you end up hitting the spike. It's kind of crazy that can happen, because it doesn't feel like it should happen, but like it can totally happen. It's fucked up, man. It does feel like 20 is becoming more consistent. Like I'm just getting a feel for that jump more. And a lot of it is making sure you jump late. If you jump early, you're gonna get eaten alive by that jump. If you jump early, or if you jump, yeah, if you jump early, you're gonna get eaten alive. If you jump late, then you'll be mostly fine for, honestly, the big problem there. Like both parts of it that you die to the most are just like, jump later. Of course, the beginning is a massive fucking slap in the dick, because it's just like hit a 16 pixel. It's like, alright man, it's just gonna kill me sometimes. That's a tough bargain. This has been a day of missing triggers. It's kind of fucked up. Dude. Stop kissing that Spike's ass. I don't know. Feels like today was a good session. I kind of wish my PB was a little bit better, because I feel like there was definitely potential to get past it, and at least see what 26 is about, that I didn't quite capitalize on, but also it's super fucking hard. I'm not like upset about that, just like, it would have been nice if the PB was 26, because that was very doable, compared to 25, which is still nice. I'm happy I got past 24 twice even today, that's like really good. But it would have been nice to see something a little cooler. And then, whatever's coming in the next section, we'll have to see. But that'll be interesting. I'm quite concerned for whatever it is. Nope. Good. Damn, too high. Damn it. Alright. I think I'm satisfied with that. Got one more to the thing. Got a lot of attempts to checkpoint. I'm getting better at this, man. It's definitely gonna go down eventually, but I think I'm satisfied with that. Put in 3 hours, that's enough for me. Okay. A lot of fun. Uber is live, so I think I have to rate him.